Google Bard is a new tool developed by Google, which is their ChatGPT alternative. I think it is a really cool thing Google did, so I will go and show you a quick breakdown of how to use Google Bard. Now, the first thing to remember, you will have to have access to Google Bard. If you don't, I will leave my other video in the description where you can go ahead and get access to it, and then you can come back here once you want to learn the basics. So it's fairly basic to run something on Google Bard. So the website is bard.google.com. Now, starting at the very top, you will see you'll have basically a little prompt that tells you, I'm Bard, your creative and helpful collaborator, so on and so forth. It gives you some examples that you could try out. We'll go ahead and look at these in a second. But on the very left side, you have a few different options. At the very top, we have the Bard logo, and it tells us that it's an experiment. We can also hide the menu by clicking this little main menu panel right there. What we can also do is go ahead and go into Bard Activity, which shows us our previous little things we've done within Google Bard, and we can go ahead and enable it. We can go and delete our last history. Basically, it's like deleting our search history, which is another cool thing you have the option of doing here. You can also go over here and see frequently asked questions, and you can ask for help or support within Google Bard as well. Now at the top left or top right, it's just whatever your icon is up top. At the bottom, this is the important area. This is where you can go ahead and start making prompts. So as an example, if I wanted to ask Google Bard in this example, write me a essay, write me a paragraph about AI, we could go ahead and see that very similar to ChatGPT, it's going to go ahead and take in this response and it's going to give me something out. Now, unlike ChatGPT, it doesn't give you it in one, in kind of like a loading panel. It just gives you all in one side, which is kind of cool. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and write another response, you can always click down here and just ask for another response. So you can say, write me another one. We can go ahead and see if it's conversational. And if it is, that'd be really awesome. If it's not, then I guess it's not that big of a deal. And you can see it does give us another paragraph about AI as well. Now we can always use dictation here if we need to. This is just a sending button. Now if we take a look at this first little panel right here, we can see that first of all, this is the prompt. So we can copy this if we want. We can paste it in another area. We can do whatever we want to. This is just a block of text. Now it does source exactly where where this information came from. So if we want to learn more, we can always click on this link right here, and it will take us into another area from some other person. And we can go ahead and get a breakdown of exactly where this information came from. So it is sourcing the right person. Keep in mind, you won't just be able to copy this and paste it into your essay. A plagiarism detector is going to detect it. But it is nice that we're going to see sources in here, which is something ChatGPT I don't think currently does. Now we can thumbs this up if it's a good response or thumbs it down if it's a bad response. And we have a Google It button. I would recommend, if you are using Google Bard, to use these buttons a lot, the good response and the bad response. If you read it and if it's a bad response, you probably want to let Google know, because then Google Bard will get better and the responses will get better throughout time. You can also click the Google It button, which will take you into Google, and you should be able to see it. Looks like it's not working for me for some reason. Oh, so it is. It's just down here. I can go and search up the responses for AI. I can see some other information about AI right there too. Now hopping back into here, we can go ahead and see that in this other panel, it just will keep coming. So we can go ahead and view other drafts that we've seen, which is really important because these are another examples of things that are going on in the background of ones we've already seen, things we've saved, which is pretty cool. And that is that. That is a quick breakdown of how to use Google Bard. You can just keep using this and keep entering prompts. If, again, you don't have access to Google Bard, my other video I made will show you exactly how to get access to it. So that is how to use Google Bard. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button if you want. If you don't, it doesn't really matter.